Alright, so in today's discussion, we're gonna be talk about tennis. In talking about tennis, you guys will able to understand the history of tennis as well as the basic rules of it, and you will able to know the different skills and techniques of playing tennis. Meaning, you will be experiencing playing tennis via your participation and applying those what you have learned in this discussion. So, let's begin this discussion with asking you what is tennis. So, anyone would like to share your ideas? Alright, so tennis is a sports that can be played by two players or four players, meaning which it can be a 1v1, 1v1 or 2 versus 2. Then, tennis is played by the use of rackets and ball. And the objectives of playing tennis is for you to hit the ball over the net and not not to hit back by your opponent or or bounce it over the margins that resulted to a players not to return the ball. So let's move on to the history of tennis. And according to Fabry 2018, the ancient origin of tennis came from France between the 12th century, and it is a handball game. They called it jeu de paume, meaning the game is used by the palm and ball only, and they use their hand to strike the ball, and later on this where the gloves came into existence. So now moving on to the modern tennis, and I'm gonna move the camera. And it was designed and modified from England between the 19th century. And these were the tennis sports spring up. And these are according from Brief History of Tennis 2017. Then, these were the gloves was already replaced with an adaptive handle and ribs with strings, and during 1874. And what they are trying to say here is these were the existence of racket tennis, and this is invented by Major Walter Wingfield, and the rackets they called it as Major Wingfield according to Gando 2012. And another information that Major Walter Wingfield is the creator and founded of modern tennis. So let's move on to the basic rules of tennis. So I'll just return it back. So the rules is the ball must land over the net and hit back to return the ball to play it continuously. And another rules, if a player hit it outside the bounds, then this may result to a loss of points. Meaning, if the ball bounce outside the bounds, meaning they're gonna be losing points. But if the ball is actually hitting the line of bounds, then it's still counting. Then next is player cannot touch the net or cross the opponent's sides, and also they cannot able to carry the ball unless they are doing the serving, and they are not allowed to catch it with the use of racket. Also, player must wait the ball to pass over the net before they hit the ball. Then they have to wait the ball to bounce before they can hit during the servings. And if the ball did not return before it bounced twice, then it's considered as a loss of points. Then lastly, if the ball hit or touch the players, or including their shirts, then it counts as a penalty, meaning only the rackets are allowed to have a contact to a ball. So now, let's move on with the activities. So you guys group yourselves into 7 groups. Then every group I'm gonna giving you a topic. And for the group 1 is serving, group 2 forehand, backhand for group 3, group 4 volley, group 5 overhead smash, group 6 drop shot, and lastly group 7 is slice. So I'll be giving you guys I think 20 minutes is enough. So you have to collaborate and search it to the internet if you need to. So time starts now. So since you are done already presenting, so now let's have a brief discussion of what you have presented. So begin with the group 1. Just to add to what you have presented, so serving, the first serving always begin in right side, and the ball must land to the left service box. Then I'll explain it later. And the second serving will start at the left side. Then when you are serving, your aim is to land the ball to the right service box, meaning your aim is diagonally. And lastly, same with the opponent, they will begin as well as in their right during their first serve. So this is what am I talking earlier. So here are the baseline. This where they are outside the baseline. They were about to serve. This where they will start to execute serving. Then these are the service line, right? And when serving, they begin with the right service area, but they start from baseline. Then their goal is to land it all over to the right service area of their opponent. Meaning, if you are the serving, then you have to land the ball into the left service area. And the right service area, they are called it as deuce. And if you are in the opponent, then the right side of the opponent is deuce as well. So do you get the point that opponent and the serving is have different views? And the right of the serving, then it's the left to the receiver. So now let's move on how to execute the serving. So in executing the serving, you will be holding the racket to your right hand if your dominant hand is right, or if you are right-handed. Then move your lead foot, meaning your left foot, forward. Then you will be grip the racket into B form of thumb and forefinger. Then you will be holding the racket like an axe and ready position. Then this were the time you will about to execute. So in your ready position, you are holding the ball under the throat of the racket, and we'll discuss the throat, the parts of the racket sooner. So after holding the ball under the throat of the racket, then you have to swing the racket lower backwards, and at the same time toss the ball with straight arm, meaning you are let's say for example I have a racket. These are the racket and these are the ball. You are holding the ball underneath. So when these are the ready position, then when you're about to execute, you will swing, then you will throw it. Just make sure your arm is straight. Then this were the time you execute the skill. You will swing the racket forward, then jump and hit the ball. So move on to the executing forehand. So in executing forehand, you will swing your hand side backward, meaning this, you will swing and together with body pivot your body sideways. So when you are like that, then your foot, your left foot, if you are right-handed, place in front. Then if you are left-handed, then your right foot is in front. So then after that, you will swing inwards your racket like this. You will swing. Then when you're swinging, make sure that you don't move your wrist arm, because it may cause an injury. And also you have to make sure that you have follow through, because when you try to stop the momentum giving by your swing, then it may cause an injury. So you have to remember that always have a follow through. Then next is executing backswing. So the backswing is place the dominant foot in front, meaning if you are right-handed, then your right foot is in front. If you are left-handed, your left foot is in front. You will just switch your feet. Then when there you're gonna pivot your body. If you are right-handed, pivot your body to the left side and swing inwards your racket like this. You will swing. Then when the racket is behind the body, then swing it forward. So when you swing it forward, then and this will the time you execute it, then hit the ball. And make sure that you don't move your wrist arm when swinging, so you hit exactly the ball. And always to remember that always have a follow through. So next, overhead smash. So these are somewhat similar to serving. When hitting the overhead smash, the position is near at the net, or swing the elbow and swing the elbow upwards. So you will swing your elbow like this. Then when you swing, that means the racket is already above your head. So use the swing as a momentum to hit the ball with full arm swing. So full arm swing like that. So when you're hitting the ball, make sure you have a follow through as well. So my overhead smash is one of the powerful stroke in tennis. Then next is volley. So volley can be executed through use of forehand, backhand, and overhead. So what it makes difference is volley is short stroke. So you'll just like that. You're not going to swing fully or exaggerate. Then you'll just use the short stroke and hit the ball before it bounces to your side. Then with that, since short stroke, meaning the volley is executed with much less effort, and these are considered as offensive sides, meaning you can return the ball quickly. Therefore, it is considered as an offensive side. So next is drop shot. So similar to volley, drop shot can be executed through backswing and forehand. But what it makes difference is that when you execute the backswing or forehand, the drop shot is what it makes difference is that it lands closer to the net of the opponent. So meaning it is considered as an offensive side, where when you do this drop shot, you might caught the enemy off guard. So now let's move on to the slice. So it's same thing as well. So can be executed through forehand or backswing. So when the ball is hit with a slice, so it causes the ball to spin, and the contact of the racket is under the ball. So I'll explain it further. So since it's similar to forehand, so but what it makes difference is forehand is used as flattened like this, and backswing as well is used as, but slice is some sort of techniques where your racket is placed like this, when, so as it's stated that the contact of the racket is under the ball. So before the ball bounce, you're gonna hit the ball like this one. So these are some above the beginner levels, and because it requires a great timing to do that. So now let's move on to the evaluation. Since you are done already to the group presentation, so kindly write on a piece of paper what you have learned in their presentation and our discussion. So I'll be giving you 5 minutes to do that. Alright, since you guys done, kindly pass your piece of paper, and before you leave, kindly search to the internet the scoring system of tennis, and also you have to recall what we have discussed today, because we will be apply some discussion, all the discussions that we had in the next meeting, meaning we will be playing tennis. So bye guys, and have a great day.